What's up, guys? Welcome in. Thanks for tuning in to the live. Trying to get moving here. Give me 1 second. Love the bourbon in these parts, so get you guys going on this Sunday night football. Dive in a little E.H. Taylor single barrel. Just a little splash. Recent addition, I just scooped up a little straight from the barrel Blanton's. A little recent score. Got a few guys up here chilling. So we're loaded. So how's everyone doing? It's been kind of a mixed day. We've been crushing the props. Crushed the props today. Didn't do the best with the kind of broke even with spreads and totals. But all good. Let's get into the game tonight. Just try to get my setup going. Forgive me, I'm a little bit delayed right now. Put the kids to bed, and we have about 15 minutes before we start talking about what's going on with the game tonight. So let's get into it. This is going to be a good one. I actually kind of in some way was looking forward to this game more than maybe the other game at 4 o'clock. I think the Steelers and Eagles I was super excited for, but the Eagles don't really have it going on personally. I'm sorry, the Steelers. They're missing Pickens, and probably going to be playing the Ravens pretty extensively on Saturday. So we'll see what that line goes, see if there's a little overreaction. Lamar had a big day today. Show you guys a little bit of my home run balls. Not every one of them, but the majority of them. So kind of just something cool, a little insight to backstory. So yeah, that's about it. So we are in kind of the cave, if you will, and show you guys my gym. This is not mine, but when we bought the house, Bills players, so still left up on the wall. Not mine. I promise you guys, I'm not a Bills fan. I don't mind the Bills, don't hate them. I actually would root for them if they were in the Super Bowl, trust me. But kind of inherited that. But yeah, let's get it going. I'm going to talk some Sunday Night Football. Just want to pull up my stuff. Kind of out of sorts. I don't even have any stands or nothing. So I got to hold this phone, which is kind of unfortunate. But if you can, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Love the chats coming in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Only 5 thumbs up. That's the biggest thing you guys can do for us here on YouTube. I'm going to be pulling up some pulling up some numbers here. I have a couple tickets open with this game tonight, but I do think we get an over. First and foremost, I am a fan of the over. Also, the biggest storyline probably of the evening, other than me having the best fantasy football, probably 12-man draft roster of all time, and losing to the 4 seed as a 1 seed in my fantasy football playoffs. Very, very sickened by that. So we're going to drown it tonight a little bit and get into the holiday spirit, right? That's why we're here. So let's all kind of get it going. Got my Browns blanket. They suck, but if you're a Browns fan, you're kind of used to it. So you just kind of love your Sunday, whether or not they win or lose. So, yeah, I mean, we absolutely crushed the props. I had Jameis two interceptions. Hell, he almost had 4. 2 interceptions plus money. We'll talk a little bit later. I got to get these bets in before give you guys some ample time. It's 8:02 right now. Also, let me know where you guys are from in the comments, because I have a feeling that YouTube pushes my stuff out to Midwestern people, and it's kind of geo-specific. So I might have to start turning my VPN on so we get. I think that might be my issue. I'm not in like a big city, so I want to get kind of pushed out to more people. So if you can, share my channel. I'm from Ohio, just full disclosure. And the best thing you guys can do is hit that like button. So Midland, Texas, nice. Used to play baseball down there a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I do like Bergman, Tampa. Favorite. It's not from there, but one of my favorite restaurants in the world is Charlie's Steakhouse. They do have a location by the Tampa airport. Okay. Yeah, let them rip, guys. I love the comments. And I'm not a big influencer type guy. We're trying to do some things. I've been trying. We haven't been a year yet, but I'm trying to get all the premium stuff. And I want to really make some of my models available to you guys. And I won't like change the YouTube kind of format, but I do want to offer some premium plays and start doing some bet tracking and all that good stuff. Yeah, so tonight's game, it's interesting. Right now, I think the Packers are one of the most undervalued teams in the country. NFL, I should say. We're not foreign yet. But the other thing about that is Matt LaFleur, very underrated. And I kind of wish he was basically a volunteer coach for Notre Dame. Kind of wish they would have kept him on board. Kind of, part of that coaching tree that, Sean McVay kind of branched out, and those guys really are irreplaceable kind of in their respective teams. But it's really hard not to bet Green Bay minus 2.5. So that's going to be my lean. I don't want to say it's a public play, but right now we're looking at it in terms of the money, guys. It's about 50-50. But, Kenneth Walker out for Seattle. It's very hard outside of that, the whole 12th man or whatever they call it, the 13th fan or whatever in Seattle to go against that. But I do like me some Green Bay tonight. We'll look at some of the numbers here because I think that the story will be best told. And if anybody's from Seattle, let me know the weather currently in the comments because I completely dropped the ball. I thought that was one of my kind of favorite plays was the Rams and 49ers kind of going with that, higher scoring affair, and I kind of got hit in the head with a shovel on that one. That was a bad pick, and I definitely wore that, but kind of crushed it. So this week in my personal bet, so I'm not really too hung up. That's why you don't bet big on one game. And kind of had a decent run playing some blackjack last night and Thursday night. So kind of having a really good holiday season. Okay, but let's get in this game. And I know you guys didn't come here and listen to me kind of BS about some stuff that doesn't matter, but kind of interesting, right? Seattle, you look at them in the last 5 games, 1-4 ATS against top scoring defenses. I think that the Green Bay kind of defensive argument is very, very underrated. I think Green Bay, like I said, guys, one of the more underrated teams in the NFC, possibly in the entire NFL. They're getting better. They're getting healthier. And with no Kenneth Walker for Seattle, I know that Seattle's a sharper play. Geno's a gunslinger. He's at home. He's going to shock the world. But this is a game where it kind of sets up for an over, in my opinion. And in an over scenario, I know that Seattle has DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, as well as, numerous weapons, Zach Charbonnet, also Jackson Smith and Jigba, kind of a very underrated receiver there for Seattle. They have arguably, I think weapons on both sides. That's why I kind of favor the over. Something within DK Metcalf worth noting. He does, for some reason, he doesn't get a lot of grabs. He's getting some yards, but his targets are there, but he does not get a lot of grabs. His target share is averaging about almost 7 targets a game, okay? But only 3.6 receptions when he's at home. So that's something I think was really noteworthy. I stay away from guys like that. DK Metcalf, A.J. Brown, for the most part. Today I was on him a little bit because of that backstory, but I stay away from DK Metcalf and those kind of players a lot because they get all the public attention. In the majority of time, they need a big chunk game, okay? Paxton, sorry, man. Yeah, full disclosure. All right, we there? All right, we there? Sorry about that. Are we back? You guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I got a phone call. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm on Green Bay in the over. Personally, I know that probably a lot of people here will disagree. That's where I'm at, Green Bay in the over. It's bad the T's across to 0, but if you guys want to do that, feel free. Sometimes, you get a field goal on the road. Maybe that's all Green Bay needs. Kind of a tough spot for them, after winning a very hard-fought battle and then having to go on the road once more and play this game. We're seeing the majority of the money is on Seattle. Seattle's taken the big chunk of the money in terms of the spread, in the handle, I should say, but more of the bets are on Green Bay. So more so for me, guys, this is a play on the over. I know the books like the sharper plays the under, always is with primetime games anyways. But 48.5, it's kind of out of the number that I would bet, 47.5. So if you want to deploy a same-game teaser, feel free. But for me, guys, I like Green Bay. I like them kind of -2.5, up to 3, up to a field goal. Also, I do think that we talk about the over. That's the side I'm going to be on. Matt LaFleur, as a favorite on the road, likes to score some points. Jordan Love, 5 out of 6 games in prime time to the over. So that's kind of where I'm at. Might lose, might not. I don't love this game, but if we're going to talk prime time and you guys want some action for Sunday night, I'm going to be on that side of the over and of Green Bay. So that's kind of where I'm at. From a prop perspective, it gets a little bit murky, okay? Because I do agree with one of the comments that Josh Jacobs, and we were talking a little bit about that being a trap play. I kind of agree with that in a sense, and I'll share with you guys why. As we get a little closer to kickoff, they're about to take the field. So I'll try to talk quick and get into it. Also, this is a great live betting opportunity too. You don't always have to bet these games before the flip. It's a spot where if Green Bay, gets down 3, gets down 7, you get them at plus money. Potentially, that's a or plus points, that's definitely better than betting them before the game. But it works both ways. So if Seattle gets down early, then you got to be prepared to sit this one out. Don't go chasing a team just because you were right and you should have bet it before the game started if you are going to go that route. Okay. But in the prop market, I'll share with you guys some of the ones that I do like real quick. I know that we're probably running out of time, and I apologize. But I think there's a lot of action here, okay, within terms of I think Wicks gets involved. I think that Jackson Smith and Jigma, his over has been crushing. I don't love it, but it is there sitting at 64.5. That would be something that I would entertain. Noah Fant, over 2.5 receptions. That's juiced up, but he has cleared that quite a bit. 70%, 7 out of his last 10 games. And if we talk about Green Bay, they do not do well against tight ends. So Noah Fant, over in receptions, not yardage. He doesn't really get too many yards, so I do like him more in terms of the receptions. Okay, and yeah, there is some value. I mean, if you guys are all about Seattle, there is some value. Take the Hawks up over the key numbers. Get them, you can, if you want to lay some juice, you can. It's a bad proposition, but you can get Seahawks plus 10 and get that over down, or if you want to go with the under, that's definitely some value on that front. Okay. But outside of that, guys, I just truly don't like this game. I'm just going to be completely honest with you, and that's why I didn't do a full breakdown, because it's not there. There's a lot of kind of concerns with injuries. I think DK Metcalf might see an under, personally. And the one bet I do like from him that I do play quite often is the longest reception, taking that over 23.5. If we talk DK Metcalf, he basically, with the exception of last game, he's cleared that in 80% of his last 10 games, where he's had a longest reception, basically damn near 30 yards per catch. So you can find that 23.5 minus 114. That's a flashy bet that I do like. FanDuel offers that. But taking receptions, taking stuff like that, I'm not all about that. Charbonnet is going to be manning the duties there for Seattle. He's probably going to have a ton of carries. So, call it what it is. If you want to talk about that Seattle defense, okay, we'll talk about something real quick. Let me just look up to make sure I'm not misspeaking. Okay, if we look at the Seattle defense versus kind of the run, okay, they're kind of bottom of the pack. So if we do want to talk some Josh Jacobs, sure, let's go into it. And that's not actually a bad thing. I just want to pull up kind of how they fare against running backs. And if we look at kind of the touchdown market, he's had a touchdown in 70% of his last 10 games. And Seattle versus running backs, they do not give up a lot of touchdowns to the running backs. So kind of shrink it. They close it up closer to the end zone, but they do give up a lot of points, and that's kind of touchdowns. That's kind of why I'm a little bit on the over, and I do like Green Bay quite a bit. So that's kind of my rundown, a little bit of a quick kind of how you doing, just saying hello. Apologies for not a full video today. Sometimes I get a little carried away on Sundays with the NFL. Red Zone and Sunday Ticket can get me going in that direction when the drinks start pouring. But hope you all made the money today. Cash some tickets tonight, and we'll be back for Monday Night Football tomorrow. Appreciate y'all, and leave me a comment on the channel Discord. I'll be over there a little bit later on. All right, peace.